Hey everyone, this is Anna Brunner or Ace from League of Distortion. And I'm very looking forward to being here and talking to you.
You released the self-titled album last year. Did you have so much content that you wanted to release Galvanize so soon, or is it all new material on Galvanize?
Oh, that's a really good question. It's actually new material. To be perfectly honest, there's one song that didn't fit on the album, on the first album, and we took that again and redid it. And that there's actually one song that made it to the second album. Yeah.
Oh wow. The second so one song, sorry, from the previous album that made it to oh
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
I mean, I always have so many new ideas.
Yeah.
And the mindset has changed a little bit, or my mindset did.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like a song or lyrics from the past doesn't feel so right to release in the present
Mm-hmm.
uh, with some songs. And but for that one, it was yeah, it felt right, and it was cool to really take that up again and to dive into that theme again and to rearrange the music to make it fit even better for
Yeah.
this new record.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's awesome. And being a fairly new band, what was it like playing these big major festivals? Was it scary for you guys or
Well, the funny thing was, like our very first show we played, that was before, that was right after like the first song Wolf or Lamb was released. It wasn't a huge festival, but it was like the first time we were on stage together.
yeah.
And that felt so natural. It was crazy. I mean, I've played songs or gigs and tours with my bandmates, like with Jim, with Arrow from League of Distortion. I was on from Kiss and Dynamite. I was on tour with Kiss and Dynamite, so I know
You've done
these guys.
yeah.
And then taking our music and putting it on stage felt like we've never done anything else.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy, crazy good feeling.
Yeah. That
But of
was
course, if you have like a festival like Summer Breeze, where I've been going to as like, as a teenager, or, just seeing bands and being fangirlish,
yeah.
and then you're
You're
gonna
off
be on
there.
that stage. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
I was pretty fucking nervous
Yeah.
before that show.
Oh, I don't blame you. Yeah, it must have been so amazing. But as you said, because you've toured, you've already played with bands beforehand and the guys beforehand, and it felt natural. Yeah, that's really awesome that to you. Nervous, but also natural at the same time, sounds like.
Yes, and
Um,
I actually like I do appreciate my nervousness a little
yeah,
bit. I mean, sometimes it makes me crazy,
yeah,
but it makes me focus too. I'm like, okay, I know this is important to me. That's why I have this nervousness,
yeah,
and I'm like so alert, and I go on stage and I manage to give it all, and I
let it
kind of
out.
like that too.
Yeah. I love that there seems to be more female metal vocalists in the scene, as metal is typically a male dominated genre. And you're at the forefront, really showcasing the talent of female vocalists. Are you proud of that?
I'm proud of what I do because I put like everything I have into it. I'm not necessarily, I mean, if I were a guy, I would be as proud as I am if I'm a girl. I don't see me being different, but I do want to be an example for women, girls, to show them I can do both, or businesswoman, or I can reach my goals if I fight for it, if I work hard for it. I want to be an example for young women, definitely. But I also want to be an example for everyone. I also want to be an example for a guy who says, "Oh wow, if she can do that, I can try to do that too." So yeah.
Yeah. With the songwriting process and even musical process, is it a collaborative effort or are you the one that mainly takes charge with all of that?
We have two producers who we work with, and they contribute to the songwriting a lot. Like I bounce my ideas back and forth with them a lot, which is great because they on the first record too. It's Hannes Braun from Kiss and Dynamite and Julian Breuker. And I'm so glad I got together with them for the first record. And this team just feels so natural. We know how to work together, and then also having the bandmates contribute. We've also did a couple of jam sessions this time, just with like go in the studio with a friend and jam on ideas, and some of them even also parts or parts of it made it on the record.
Oh wow.
So yeah, this time it was a little bit more complicated because we were on the road so much. Like it was like in the process of we should actually be in the studio, but we have festivals, we have gigs planned.
Wow.
Then of course there was also the Exit Eden release, which was kind of, oh my gosh, there's so many things going on at the same time.
Oh, hectic. Were you always into metal, especially when you found out you could sing?
No, I actually came to metal fairly late.
Okay. Yeah.
I always loved when I started my first band, I always liked the hard rock, like AC/DC, and I liked the way Bon Scott or Brian Johnson sang and scream. I wanted to try that, not necessarily always trying to sound pretty, but just letting it out.
Yeah.
But there wasn't the metal influence yet. Like Hailstorm was a great influence, and I think you can call them metal, but not the like really hard metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and when I grew up, I also was like more of the mainstream R&B rap listening girl. And I actually do like naturally put these styles into our music. Yeah. It's like, we mix styles. We have this hip hop beat. We have this electronic minimal sound. And I never really thought about that. I want to do it this way. It was more of, hey, I throw loops and songs and sounds together. And it's like, oh, this sounds like blah. And I was like, maybe that was what I was listening to when I was like a teenager.
Yeah. No, I hear that in your music too. It's hard to define you guys as just metal. Like you've got different influences in there, and you guys do it really well. Like there is hip hop and rap even, and a few other different electronic. Yeah, it's mad.
Thank you.
Well, that brings me to my next question as well. Is there any music that you like to listen to at the moment that may be a bit of a surprise given the music that you make?
Yes, I really now and then I really just put on my Eminem playlist.
Yeah.
The rapper.
He's so good.
Yes, I love his flow. I do get inspiration by part of his lyrics too. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta write this down.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. What are the main themes or messages you like to convey through your music?
Empowerment is one of the most important things to me, and also hope in a way, because we're all in this situation. The world has become crazy and mad, and there's so much like fighting and envy and these bad emotions going on, and you see people being successful and getting up there, although you as a normal person you understand that's not a good person. Why does he deserve all this? Why is there so much injustice, and why is there so much poverty and unfairness going on? I feel that a lot. I mean, in the world, but also with personal conversations I have with friends or with people.
Yeah.
And I want to use our music, the strength of this metal music, to give hope and energy back, and not, okay, I'm just going to hide, but I will get out there. I'm not alone. There are good people out there. And I want to bring these people together to show them we are more. Join the league, be part of this movement. And if enough people are on the good side again, I hope we can switch this madness into something positive again.
Definitely. You worded that so well. I love that. Like that
Thank
you're
you.
not just about one message either. You're about the state of the world at the moment and all of the
Mhm.
negativity and hoping to raise a voice against it and change, hopefully change that with music as
Absolutely.
well. It's good that you've got that platform to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'd love to see you guys here in Australia. Is there any plans for a tour down under soon?
Oh my gosh, that would be one of my bucket list dreams to tour in Australia. We had a sound guy talking that he was in Australia, and I was like, oh my gosh, tell me more.
Oh.
uh,
Yeah, it's really cool.
yeah.
We've got a big world metal scene and a harder rock, heavier sounding scene here, and we'd love you guys. I can't believe you haven't been here already, but yeah, I guess it hasn't been that long since you guys have started touring. When did you guys first start touring?
Well, we released the album in 2022.
Okay.
And that's when, like, in the end, like in November, that's when we first started the first tour with, like, as a support band, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's not
So
been that
long.
crazy
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. And how did you guys meet? Because I know Kiss and Dynamite. I actually they're my first introduction to like German metal is Kiss and Dynamite, and I actually really like them. How did you guys all meet?
Yeah, well, like my the bass player Axe, he's been a musician on by my side since I like started studying music in
Wow.
my hometown. And we played cover songs. He also plays guitar. We played in bars in front of like three people, or
Yeah.
just like the regular thing you do when you start doing
Start out.
music. So I'm very happy. It's like I'm really proud to have him by my side since all these years. And also Ian Tino, he was in my when I studied music in Mannheim, he helped me with my show. I had to like put a show on stage as my
Ah.
final exam.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was the drummer in that
Ah.
band. And
Wow.
yeah, and Jim Arrow, I got to know him through Hannes from Kiss and Dynamite. He also studied music at the same music school I was, but we
Oh,
didn't meet. So we were
yeah.
like, I left, and then
Yeah.
Jim came.
Oh, wow. That's so
But
interesting.
yeah, but we've become friends, and we also did live in the same city for a few years. So
Yeah.
the connection was always there. The funny thing is, I never actually thought of him being a part of my band
Yeah.
because, of course, he's in Kiss and Dynamite,
Yeah.
and that's lots of
You're like,
work
yeah,
already.
you're already so big. Yeah.
But when I showed him my first ideas, I think that was even in 2020 during COVID, he was like, "Yeah, wow, it's so cool. It's such a different sound, and I would love to have another band." And I
Wow.
was like, "Okay, you want to start this with me?"
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So lucky.
Yeah,
That's so good.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
that also brings me to another question. What's it like touring in a band that are all guys? You're the only female. Even when you're out at festivals, do you feel like you get treated differently, or is it frustrating at times just being around guys all the time, or how does that work?
I've kind of had that since like my first band was only guys. I've actually like Exit Eden was my first band with girls.
Yeah.
And that was very refreshing. In the I was more used to being with guys.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, with my League of Distortion guys, since I just know them for so long, I can be totally myself. I know they got my back. I know when I say I need this or that, or could you help me with this, or they know by the way I
They
act
can tell.
what
Yeah.
I need.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, I think since I have my buddies like who really know me, it doesn't matter if they're women or men.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I've been lucky with that. I think if you come into a new group as a woman and there's only guys and you don't know them, they don't know you, and
Yeah. I can
I
imagine.
think it can. yeah,
it could be a
it
bit.
can be tough, or
That's it. Yeah.
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 But I was lucky with them.
Fantastic. That's so good to hear. There's some amazing special effects, makeup, and costumes in your video clips, like in Crucify Me and Galvanize. Did you come up with those ideas yourself?
Well, for the first video shoot, we also were lucky again to work with Milkovitsky and Kami Zero. And Kami Zero is an amazing makeup artist. I know we were like writing ideas back and forth. I was like annoying him, I think, a lot because I had
Well,
so much questions. the the very first video, but being able to work with him these years, I've kind of learned more about my ideas and about what he can also he can
produce.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was my idea for Crucify Me to have this alienish,
Alien.
AI-ish figure
Yeah.
from the artwork to be me,
I'm
And
like, it makes sense now. That's where
yeah,
I was like, alien on the cup. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
yes. And I knew he could do it. So it was like if I didn't have Kami Zero by my side as a makeup artist, I probably wouldn't have come up with that idea because I wouldn't have known that someone
Could do
can
have,
even do
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, yeah. No, it's
Yeah, and
fantastic.
yeah, it's a great collaboration. It's I appreciate it so much to work with amazing people, and to be able to have my crazy ideas
Yeah.
really get done
Get
by
out.
someone who really knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Oh, no, it's fantastic. Well, anyone that knows me knows how much I advocate for more women-led bands in the industry. It's so refreshing to hear League of Distortion, and we can't wait to hear the full album and hopefully see you guys down under in the near future. Ace, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to add or say to your fans?
Thank you so much. First of all, it was really great talking to you.
You too.
And I think it's so important for us women to stand up for each other and to work together and to be a voice. And I love this. I love to get to know more women who are yeah, on the same page.
Definitely.
And yeah, we still have a long way to go to get this equality and to get this fairness also among men and women. And it's great that you are also fighting for this. I appreciate that a lot.
100%. And honestly, if you guys were around when I was little, just looking up to you, I wish that you guys were around when I was younger, because I would have then been able to see, more bands. You did have your female pop stars and things like that, but I wasn't really into pop music when I was younger. I was more into rock and things like that. So I think it is very influential what you're doing, and yeah, love it. Love to see it. So thank you.
Thank you. That's amazing. And I wish so much we can come to Australia sometime.
Please, we'd love it. We'd absolutely love it.
We just want to be out there and see and reach more people all around the world, reach our message, our positivity and empowerment. We want you all to join the league and be part of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna fight for a better world, and as many people as possible who are with us, we can reach more.
Definitely, I will. I'll be definitely joining the league, so I'll see you there.